G'day, ZiggyD here, and welcome back for some more Heroes of the Storm, this time with some Thrall for the Horde. Thrall is a melee assassin, though many of his abilities giving some range. He has Chain Lightning to deal AoE damage, Feral Spirits to deal small amounts of AoE damage with the potential of rooting targets so he can close the gap and finish them off, and then Windfury to greatly boost his movement and attack speed. And then his Frostwolf Resilience allows him to, with his abilities, gain stacks of Frostwolf Resilience that allow every 5 stacks to get him a self-heal. Played very well, Thrall can have incredible sustain. Although he is an assassin, he ends up being very tanky when he keeps using those abilities. He's a lot of fun to play. I've been having a lot of fun with the beta. I'll show you guys exactly how this works in this game right now. I'll see you guys in there. Alrighty guys, welcome for some Haunted Mines. This is the first day of the beta. I've played for over 9, maybe 10 hours today, and I've been having a blast. The new map is really fun, the new Hero League, the new Ranked mode is really fun, and most importantly, Thrall is very fun as well. I'm going to be playing with an auto attack build that I've been working on. Obviously this is only day 1 and people are going to take time to work out the best builds for him, but I think this one is really strong, and I think this one has potential to, at least in some form, stick around for quite a while. So, in this one I'll be focusing on the Windfury skill, which increases your movement speed by 25% for 4 seconds, and increases the attack speed of your next 3 basic attacks by 100%. So, basically this is your kill move, and when comboed with things like Battle Momentum, and when comboed with things like Giant Killer, you become a slayer, especially of tanks. And nothing is more satisfying than taking down that Tyreal who thinks he's invincible with Thrall. So guys, first up, there's 2 good choices here. Seasoned Marksman, if you're going to play a longer game and going to do a fair bit of laning, this is a pretty good choice. But Wind Shear, I'm going to take this one, is a bit more reliable and probably an easier choice if you guys are going to jump straight into Thrall, because it works right off the bat. It's 3 seconds reduced cooldown, so you lose some raw auto attack damage from not having Seasoned Marksman, but you get to use Windfury a little bit more often, so you should be using this as much as possible, so it's going to work out pretty well. It's a decent choice. I think Thrall's kit overall is designed really well. I think Jaina, the last hero they released, was really good as well, and they seem to be getting better and better at designing these kits, and Thrall seems very diverse, it's very versatile, and there's a lot of good options on each of his talent tiers. So basically, there's not always a clear-cut decision. Sometimes it's more based on, you know, your build, not only your build though, but also the map you're playing on, your enemy composition, and just situational factors as well. So that's pretty cool, and that makes him a lot of fun to play, because I'm constantly mucking around and testing differences with his build as well. So we're pushed in a little bit far here. We've kept Illidan kind of at bay, hasn't really done too much. He's damaged Jimmy a little bit, but Jimmy's not a problem to take some damage because he's got some pretty nice self-heals. So Chain Lightning, his first ability, his Q, essentially zaps one target for slightly above auto attack damage, and then jumps to 2 nearby targets for about 50% of auto attack damage, a little bit less. So it's an okay-ish sort of AoE ability. It's not a skill shot. Basically, it goes off no matter what as long as they're in range. So that kind of, I guess, counteracts the fact that it's not particularly powerful. So we'll jump in here, and I'm actually going to get ready to stun them with a Wolf just there, and this kind of slows them down a little bit. I'll demount Illidan. Looks like Jaina's getting a little bit over-eager, so I'm going to use my Windfury here to target in. I'll zap her a bit there, just get her low, but I'm going to back off here since Jimmy didn't follow me. It would have been nice if he helped me out, but here we go. Jaina, we've rooted Jaina. We're going in for the kill now, and we'll be able to finish her off. Very nicely done. So I used the auto attacks from Windfury with the boosted speed, and then the Chain Lightning to get a little bit of extra damage thrown in there. You can throw that in between auto attacks to gain some bonus damage. Illidan's coming for me, and I'm in a bit of danger here, so I'm actually going to use my Windfury as an escape, so I can close in with one of my teammates here. We've got... Here we go. Oh, can't quite get the dismount. Alright, I'm going to grab Envenom now for a bunch of extra burst damage. I'm going to use my Chain Lightning here to heal. So as I was saying on the load screen, Frostwolf Resilience allows you to build up these stacks just here, you'll see in this, and when you get 5 stacks, you will be able to heal yourself. So you can get those stacks by using your abilities. And every target hit by these abilities, so if you Chain Lightning and hit 3 targets, you'll get 3 stacks. If you hit 8 targets with Feral Spirit, then you will get 8 stacks. So it ends up being quite powerful. Now, I really need to get healed. I'm in a lot of trouble right now, so I'm going to back right off. And in fact, I might even have to leave the mines just here so that I don't just sacrifice myself. So what I'm going to do is jump back here. I'll use my Chain Lightning to get a heal there. You saw the heal. I can grab a health globe, I can grab a well, and then I'm going to be back in the fight. I don't need to back. You often don't need to back as Thrall, because there's always creeps nearby that you can heal off, there's enemy heroes you can heal off, there's buildings you can heal off, there's always tons of things you can heal off as Thrall. So he ends up being not traditionally tanky, but having a lot of sustain, and he can just stay around in the fights. So it looks like I'm going to be sticking with just one other hero here. We're not going to be able to take boss just by ourselves. Don't let him have boss for free. You guys can probably get back in here and help us contest. That would be excellent, I think. Alright, I'm in a lot of danger here. I'm probably going to go down thanks to the root. I would say that it would be a lot better for our entire team contest. They're getting back just now. They might have just been waiting. I think they might be able to get in and finish this off. Where is the rest of their team hiding out? Looks like not all of them are there. I'm already back in the fight. Should I head down in here, or is this going to be over by the time I get there? That's going to be over by the time I get there, so instead I'm going to push this lane a little bit. But we can watch how this fight goes just here. Looks like they're going to be able to grab boss just fine. Yeah, they're fine. I'll push lane a little bit. So to explain his second ability here, Feral Spirit, it's a line-based attack there, it's a skill shot. It kind of is a similar, I guess, size and shape to Jaina's Ice Spear, for example, or Frostbolt, but it seems a little bit harder to connect with, so I feel like the hitbox on it's actually a little bit smaller. The deal with it is that you can shoot it through creeps and through buildings, and then if it hits a hero, it will root them for 1 second. There's a few ways you can modify that. You can increase the root, you can increase the range, and you can give it 3 stacks of resilience when you hit an enemy hero, and all of those are not too bad. I feel like the skill by itself isn't strong enough and has too long a cooldown to build around specifically, but it's a nice one to chuck in pretty much any other build. Here on this tier, I'm going to grab Battle Momentum. The other choice is Frostwolf's Grace for this build, which is basically a triggered self-heal. I think that's not a bad choice, but I think Battle Momentum's an excellent choice for this sort of build. Alright, we're going to be Illidan here. Illidan is probably the worst hero for Thrall. I think he's Thrall's biggest weakness, and I'm having some troubles here. Hopefully, okay, alright, we're going to be able to back off. I'm going to use my speed here to back off. I'm going to tag this guy just here, and I'm going to get some just attacks on here. I'm going to grab the well. And what we can do is we can actually use our move speed here to get back into the fight a little bit quicker after this guy pops his stun, get some faster attacks. You can use it to DPS things down like these bosses and buildings and things like that. And it also heals us at the same time, because every 3 attacks with Windfury we gain 3 stacks of Frostwolf resilience, and later on that actually gets even more impressive, and you'll see why soon. But I can help DPS this Siege Golem down a little bit here. Looks like they're going to be mostly defending their Siege Golem too. We've got our Jimmy pushing with that. They're not going to get too much done. They got some towers down, but theirs is going to get even less done. So you can move this as you can use Windfury as a move speed buff to pursue fleeing heroes. You can use it to close the gap to get into combat. You can use it to escape. And you can use it just as general mobility if you want, and then you can use it as a massive DPS skill. It's very versatile. I love Windfury, the design of it's fantastic, and it gets really, really epic when you get Tempest Fury, which makes the final strike hit 3 times instead, and that works really well with Frostwolf Resilience because you get 3 stacks of Frostwolf Resilience, which gives you incredible sustain in the late game. So you guys will hopefully see this build come together, but this is, as I was saying earlier, an auto attack giant killer style build that focuses on synergies with Windfury, and I've had the most success with this. I have tried a Chain Lightning build, and it works pretty well, and I'll explore that a little bit more, but so far this has been my most successful right off the bat build. And as I was saying, it's so satisfying to take out tanks that feel like they're invincible. One of the most satisfying things in the world, I think. Let's jump in here. I've been using my Envenom too much, so I'll pressure this guy with Envenom just here. I'll tag him there. I'm going to force him back. He does have Abathur on him, so I don't really want to chase him in further than that. Because I'm never going to be able to take him down with Abathur on him. So, Thrall has 2 different heroics here that are both pretty good options a lot of the time. I feel like Earthquake is a superior option. Earthquake is a massive AoE, very long duration. It's 10 seconds of a very potent slow. It's 70%. And at level 20 you can add a shielding to allies in the area, and that works on the Dragon and the Seed Terror. So on Dragonshire and on the Seed Terror map, I take that shield pretty much every time. Otherwise you can take Bolt of the Storm for a bit more mobility, because Thrall has excellent sustain and excellent damage, but very low mobility. Kind of similar to Jaina again. But he's not as bursty as Jaina, that's for sure. Alright, I'm going to hang out just here. Maybe we can get a gank on Jaina as she goes into the mines. So this time I'm going to take Earthquake for the slow. The other one is Sundering Earth, which is a big AoE stun. It knocks enemies back, or knocks them to the side more specifically. And it also... oh, here we go. Oh, the Abatha save was very good there. Maybe if I'd have jumped in a little bit earlier, I might have been able to finish her off. Let's get in these mines, though. Okay, I'm going to jump in on this one, and then we'll join up with Jimmy. So, Thrall's creep clear is something that I've been tinkering with quite a bit. It's not great, but he can take out Merc Camps really well, thanks to his high sustain and decent damage. He just doesn't have the AoE to take out larger creep packs, like entire creep waves instantly. He's not like Jaina where he can throw down a blizzard and it just disappears. It's but things like the bruiser camps and stuff like that, he can take down really well. So he's a bit of a mixed bag when it comes to PvE, essentially. Let's watch out for Illidan there. I was saying Illidan's the scariest, and that's because as Thrall has no escapes, Illidan can really stick to him. And he also has evasion, which hard counters Windfury, so it's Illidan's the scariest hero to fight up against us. But if we can take him out first, then we've got no problems. Oh, the ult from Zaghrah, perfect Zaghrah ult there. See if I can. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to move a little bit, pop my slow, and these guys have no chance of getting away right now. Although this guy does have Abatha on him, but he's going down. He's going down. So you can see that slow is a very, very potent slow. It can be used to stop enemies from escaping, it can be used to stop them from pursuing, and it can just be used to limit their movement quite a bit, so they can't reposition out of AoEs and things like that. It's pretty good. The reason why I take the Earthquake in this build is because it makes it easier for you to get up to enemies and auto-attack them. Because, you know, if they're moving, it's a bit harder to connect your auto-attacks, but with the Earthquake, it becomes a lot easier. So there's a really nice synergy just there. That said, Sundering is not really a bad choice. It's not a wrong choice ever. You can kind of take this one as preference. I just feel like Earthquake synergizes a little bit more nicely, and I found it a little bit more useful overall. Use my Chain Lightning for a quick heal of the creeps there before I go and help our Siege Golem push. We have a 92 Siege Golem, which means that all push, because essentially what's going to happen is this one will die to the towers, so we can basically just focus on pushing here. As you can see, Thrall's creep clear is very subpar. The only time it gets really good is if you go for a full Chain Lightning build, because that adds extra chains to the Chain Lightning. Alright, I really need to wait for the rest of my team, but we need to be here. Are they seriously taking that out? It's like it's an 8 skull golem. We really want to be pushing here. So I'm going to grab Giant Killer. This is where this build starts to feel really strong, especially if you're up against several tanks. Because your damage right now just shoots through the roof against tanks. Unfortunately, they're all defending, and there's no support from the team, which is going to be very painful for us. As you can see, can just absolutely burst down a hero though. Jaina was a little bit overeager, thinking she had me on the back footing there. I'm gonna knock down this so I can avoid the ult. Okay, here we go. Golem's down to half, but still able to. We should be able to cap this next fort, I think, now that the rest of the team's here. I'm gonna Chain Lightning to heal, and I'll pop my Wolf to heal as well. You can see I've got another heal just there. As long as you're hitting a heap of targets, you can get some really nice heals. I also love being able to shoot through buildings with both the Feral Spirit and bounce off buildings with Chain Lightning. Works really well for like when a hero's really low in the early game and you just tag them with that Chain Lightning or that Feral Spirit. Works really nicely. I've been having a lot of fun with Thrall. I think he's really well designed here. I think he's going to be one of my main heroes. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to limit some mobility just here, and then I'm going to sort of hang back a little bit until I can get some heals. There is Illidan. He's going to cause some problems for me. Alright, stun. Unfortunately, my slow is down. I'm going to use my Windfury to give it a little bit more mobility here. I'm going to mount up and then I'm going to get out of there. I don't think they should go for that at all. I think that's a terrible idea. I think they will get destroyed. Now, this one just here is... you have the choice of between Tempest Fury and Ride the Wind. Ride the Wind is okay-ish. The thing that Ride the Wind seems really good because it gives you extra move speed and allows you to keep the duration of Windfury up, which means you can keep the move speed up, but you can't keep the attacks up. The reason for that is you still have the limited to 3 attacks for Windfury buff, so you actually lose it after the 3 attacks. So what I take is this one, strike 3 times, and you'll see how this works as soon as I close in with the next hero. Alright, I'm a little bit low here in both life and mana. As soon as I can find some creeps to Chain Lightning, there we go. There's another heal, and we're in pretty good shape now. I can use Windfury to heal off that guy just there. I think I've got to heal off an ally too, probably off Rhaegar. I can get some extra heals off here, and I'm fully topped up now. Looks like, wait for the creeps. I can actually use Windfury to DPS down towers and stuff too. It works pretty nicely. So I'll show you how this works. If I use Windfury, it attacks, and then the third one attacks 3 times, which is pretty insane for damage-wise, especially with Giant Killer, because Giant Killer is a flat 1.5% of their maximum health every auto attack, and because that's 3 auto attacks in rapid succession, that's 4.5% of their max health. And if they're a tank with really high health, then that destroys them. Alright, I'm going to try and help Rhaegar escape here with the slow. Get out of there, bro. Get out of there, man. Might not be enough. Might not be enough. I'm really low on mana, unfortunately, and I don't have a world to heal off here. I think it might be best for me to actually back and then get in the mines, so that I can have a yeah. I tried to save you, Rhaegar. I tried to save you. So good. It happens, bro. It happens to the best of us. Alright, let's jump on in the mines here. I had to go back for the mana because I wanted to be able to contribute to this fight. Taking an extra second to get in there is not a big deal. Like, I'm like, what, 2 seconds behind? I think that's fine. Alright, those guys are good. I need to heal if any... Oh, there's Jimmy just there. Let's take him out. Nah, he's going to be retreating. We could block these guys just here. I think we're going to go in. Muradin's got it. Okay, good job. Muradin's got it covered. Muradin's very stun heavy and he can block endlessly on that. I think that's a good call. Alright, there's one down here, one hero down here. Gonna use my root there. Oh, I whiffed it. Unfortunate. Gonna use my move speed boost here. Zagra's going full ham at the moment. Oh no. Alright, we've got Jimmy here to help us. Gonna pop my slow just here. And we're gonna burst down Illidan, and then we're gonna burst down Zagra. Destroyed. So that final one, that final hit is basically just like an execution, because you'll usually get the kill with that. It's pretty incredible. But it also looks epic because he actually uses a combo with Windfury. And it turns into this like uppercut with this massive sort of like slam down. I'll try and show you guys here, ready? So he jumps up and then slams down and does the triple damage hit. It's such a like well designed animation, I love it. And it feels so good getting the kill with that hit too. So as you can see, I can really keep these heals up with this, like I can sustain my health really well. I'll try and take a creep camp once we get back here. And you guys will be able to see how this works. I think I'm probably not going to be able to get to a creep camp just yet. We'll see if I can take one after this next one. And I'll show you guys kind of how well it works against creep camp. Actually, while they're all focusing on this, I could probably come here. I'm on my way. Looks like these guys are keen to take it. Nah, these guys are going to take it down before I even have anything to contribute. I'm going to get back here then. But the sustain, you can basically come out of clearing a bruiser camp with pretty much full life. Just with chain lightnings, feral spirits, and with the chaining those Windfuries as well. And probably by the time you get that triple hit on Windfury, you don't really even need to use the feral spirits either. Alright, backing out there. Use the Windfury to close back in and deal some extra damage. So it does deal slightly less damage, 75% per hit instead of the full 100%, but it does deal 3 times them, so it's still way more. Someone else could map that out, I'm sure, and just see that that works out quite fine. The other thing I really like about it is you'll notice earlier we took battle momentum, right, which reduces our cooldown. So let me use a chain lightning here, and then let me use this, and you'll notice on the third hit, instant chain lightning comes back because we get three stacks of battle momentum on the third hit because it actually hits thrice. I just love like all the synergies with this skill, just like that rapid 3 hits for 3 heals and for 3 stacks of battle momentum as well. There's also another one just in here somewhere. Where is it? Windfury grants double frost resilience. I love this one with this too. If you're not facing tanks, if you're facing mostly DPS, you can not go Giant Killer and you can get Grace of Air instead. And what that does is it means that you get 2 heals per use of Windfury, because you get 2 stacks per hit. You deal 5 hits, you get 10 stacks, which means 2 instant heals. So it's quite strong. Alright, let's move in here. We're going to take out Zagra. Executed. And I am very low, unfortunately. Oh, man. Come help. Come help. Oh, it's not going to be enough. And the ult's going to take me out. Oh, the full heal from Rhaegar. I love you, bro. I love you. Saved. Life saved. Alright, let's back out here. We're actually in pretty good position. I think we could push him back a little bit here. Jimmy's up top there with Jaina. I'm gonna cross. Actually, I will stick around here with Rhaegar. We're not gonna be able to push this. No, let's push in with the rest of them. I'm not gonna be able to cross through. It's not gonna be safe, and I'll be leaving my team by themselves. All right, let's move in here. I'll use the Envenom on Illidan here, and we'll finish him off. There he goes. I can finish him off with just the chain lightning as well. And we're gonna grab. We'll grab Illidan's shield. We're about to close it out here with the push. With Bolt of the Storm has excellent synergy with Earthquake too, because it allows you to position it better. Usually if enemies are fleeing, right, you can use Bolt of the Storm to move forwards and then pop Earthquake. Or if you're trying to escape, obviously to escape better as well. The synergies there is really nice. Get a full heal. Can take some damage off the... It's pretty good for bursting down buildings too, actually. Gonna grab the big golem. Alright, let's do this. Big golem, this will be the game-winning golem here. Alright, let's back it off. That was actually a little bit dangerous. I could have used Windfury to get out of there to be a little bit safer. We're gonna get in here though and clear this out. Just as a little tip, guys, if you're doing mines, a good idea to position here and here, because these ones actually have the most skulls, these two. This one, then this one. There's like one extra at the left-hand side one, and then one more at this one, compared to all of the other camps here. So he does alright against smaller camps of creeps like this, but against the actual creep waves, his clear is pretty bad. Like these four just here are fine. Like this is not a problem at all. We can basically just execute these guys with Windfury, and it goes down really quick. Though even just the chain lightning by itself isn't enough. I think his AoE is not that great, honestly. And although I have played with the two chain lightning builds, not as impressive as this auto attack build. We'll see though. I might find. I'm sort of thinking of the idea of comboing some feral spirit traits with chain lightning and seeing how that works out. You can also kind of just mess with a slight auto attack build that has some chain lightning, so you get a little bit of extra range and sustained damage. It's not 100 yet, bro. They could be coming down. Where are they? It looks like they're taking camps mostly, but that's probably not going to save them because 100 golem on the core is basically death. I should be using my Windfury for more heals just there. Alright, actually, let's screw that. We're pretty much full. I'm going to actually come out from the top here and go straight forwards to our golem here. But I wanted Hero of the Storm. I've died once. No perfect game. Oh. So Illidan's pretty scary, but he's not. I guess this Illidan kind of doesn't realize that he's actually scarier to me than I am to him. Even with a 2-level advantage, if he decided to stick to me, it would be a problem. Okay, let's move in here though. The rest of our team is defending. No need to defend. No need to defend. 1 skull golem. Oh, it's 0 skull golem even. But even like anything under 10, you like barely need to defend. We'd be far better off here by actually attacking. Ooh. I'll use the envenom. Envenom's almost my Illidan counter. So as you can see, he just dodged all of my attacks there. But he won't be able to dodge this one, and I will be able to finish him off. Oh, he did use his ult there, and Zagro used his ult. Watch out! Oh, the Banelings! Banelings! Coming out everywhere there. And, oh boy. Alright, I'm gonna just like limit their movement a little bit here. There's the Illidan kill. Let's go for the Jaina kill here. Oh, so close! She's gonna be tagging me from outside just there now. Alright, let's finish the core off. Oh, I went down! No! What a finish! My killing spree has ended. Alrighty guys, hopefully you enjoyed this first look at Thrall. I think it's a lot of fun. I think the auto attack build is very strong. This is not a full guide to the auto attack build or anything like that, but just sort of showing what I'm working on at the moment. I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll eventually come out with some build guides and maybe some basic skill guides for Thrall as well. Maybe some detailed guides like I've been doing for Jaina, because I'm really enjoying him. And there is level 7, as you can tell. One day out and already level 7 on him, because I'm having a blast. Alrighty guys, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.